morning, Dragons! I'm Mr. Salerno, and this is Flame, and we want to welcome you to the News of Camelot. Today's Monday, February 22nd, 2021, and Flame, before we start our new week, let's take a moment to pause, put our hand on our hearts, and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now pause for the moment of silence. Thanks, Dragons, and Flame. The sun is going to rise today at 6:51 in the morning, and it's going to set at 5:54. And chilly this weekend, certainly, Dragons, right? And we had some cold weather, some wintry mix on Thursday and Friday, leading into today, more cold weather. And have any of you looked outside and noticed that there are some icicles either hanging from a rooftop, or maybe a window, or maybe even a vehicle, or some other device that's outside, right? And I wonder, how did those icicles get there? They weren't there when I went to bed, and they're there now. And icicles, Dragons, are one of the scientific phenomena of what we see in everyday life, especially when it's cold outside. And icicles form through having water turn into ice. But it wasn't always ice. It's not as if it comes down as icicles. Icicles form because at one point the water became above freezing, right? So then it starts to melt, it starts to drip, it might lean over the edge, and it forms and gets bigger and thicker because the temperatures drop and they get below a freezing level. And the bigger the icicles means that there was more water that had to turn into ice. So it turned from maybe snow, melted to get into water phase, and then solidified through colder temperatures. We looked out our window all weekend and saw icicles hanging from our ceiling, maybe even something that we drive. And even when we were driving in real time, icicles started to form from the road and then freeze hanging over the edges. Very fascinating things, Dragons. And speaking of a new week, it is not necessarily a specific trait this week, Dragons, but Positivity Project, we're focusing on cheering others when they are successful. And it looks like a bunch of different things because something that Flame might find to be important to him might be different from me. We're cheering you on. You were successful in conquering something that you knew might be a little more difficult. But someone else might want to win a particular game, or they might have performed a particular song on the piano. Cheering on others' successes also means that you are showing really our last two character traits. You show a bunch of the traits, but you are showing love because you are congratulating them and you are saying, hey, Flame, excellent work. We knew you could beat that team. And you show humility because you're giving someone else the attention. You're passing it along knowing that I recognize that you did a great job and I want you to know that I appreciate it and I congratulate you. You put others first, and that is, after all, a big part of the other people mindset. So this week, Dragons, if you think about when you see someone and you recognize their successes, that you cheer them on, that makes them feel good because you know what it feels like when someone cheers you on when you do something that's pretty outstanding. And it doesn't have to be outstanding by your eyes. If someone else has worked really hard or they conquered something and you show your appreciation, that is cheering on others when they succeed. Dun, 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 dun. It's time for the birthday box. All right, Flame, new week. Feeling good? And that's right, I appreciate the reminder. We have to go over yesterday's birthday, and this says that we had Kevin Lamb. All right, Kevin Lamb in pre-K. Happy birthday, Kevin. And today, Sophia Arriaga. Wow, Sophia Arriaga in first grade. Happy birthday, Sophie. A pair of dragons, one yesterday and one today. I see that you've opened the mailbox and the mail is empty, and there's a chance that the mail is empty, Dragons, because we're just so excited that it's the 100th day of school. The 100th day of school is today, and we've had a lot of memories that have piled up way back since September all the way to February 22nd. Dragons, we would love to hear, Flame and I would love to hear that for the 100 days that you have gone through, what has been one of your favorite moments that has occurred this school year? And unique, especially some of our 6th graders and our 5th graders that have had school for a long time, this might be different than any other school year they've ever experienced to this point, but 100 days is a lot of experiences for all of us. And if there's a favorite moment that you want to share with Flame, we would love to hear about it. You can write us, you can send us an email, you can take a picture. Either way, we want to know so that we can cheer you on as you continue to be successful this school year. So, on behalf of Flame, I'm Mr. Sino. Stay warm out there, Dragons. Be safe, make good choices, and we can't wait to see you tomorrow. Thanks, everyone.